ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today in the Bhagavad Gita class here, we are discussing chapter 9, text number 32. So, I read this, you all can repeat after me. Mam hi partha vyapashritya ye api syuhu papayonayaha sriya वैश्या तथा शूद्रा ते अपि यान्ति परां गतिं. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki! Mam, of me, he, certainly, Partha, O son of Pritha, Vyapashritya, particularly taking shelter, ye, those who, api, also, syuhu, or, papayonayaha, born of a lower family, Sriya, woman, Vaishya, mercantile people, Tadha, also Shudra, lower class men, Te api, even they, Yanti, go, Param, to the supreme, Gatim, destination. O Partha, O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, and Shudras. Lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. You all can repeat after me. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. Purport. It is clearly declared here by the Supreme Lord that in devotional service there is no distinction between the lower and higher class of people. In the material conception of life there are such divisions, but for a person engaged in transcendental devotional service to the Lord, there are not. Everyone is eligible for the supreme destination. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.4.18, it is stated that even the lowest, who are called Chandalas, dog eaters, can be purified by association with a pure devotee. Therefore, devotional service and the guidance of a pure devotee are so strong that there is no discrimination between the lower and higher classes of men. Anyone can take to it. The most simple man, taking shelter of the pure devotee, can be purified by proper guidance. According to the different modes of material nature, men are classified in the mode of goodness, Brahmanas, the mode of passion, Kshatriyas or administrators, the mixed modes of passion and ignorance, Vaishyas and merchants, Vaishyas or merchants, and the mode of ignorance, Shudras or workers. Those lower than them are called Chandalas, and they are born in sinful families. Generally, the association of those born in sinful families is not accepted by the higher classes. But the process of devotional service is so strong that the pure devotee of a Supreme Lord can enable people of all the classes, all the lower classes, to attain the highest perfection of life. This is possible only when one takes shelter of Krishna. As stated here, the word Vyapashritya, one who has to take shelter completely of Krishna, then one can become much greater than great jnanis and yogis. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guron Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Guron Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyasya Krupa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langaite giram yat krupatamaham vande paramananda madhavam Sri Gurun Dinatarnam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So today we have the most important slokas where Krishna is saying, Krishna is giving the promise that anybody who is surrendering unto me, irrespective of the caste, creed, taking birth in lower class or carrying out sinful actions even, they will definitely come back to me, come to my place of abode. So only one condition Krishna says, you have to take shelter. Taking the shelter is the only means. So we see different levels of people here, particularly in India, those who possess very high knowledge, those who do different types of austerities, those who call themselves as Brahmanas, and they show to the public that they are very pious. But all these people who possess, maybe they may possess some intelligence, some jnana, some knowledge, but if they don't surrender, if they don't take the shelter of Krishna, this is of no use. They don't get any benefit of the great knowledge which they possess, the great class which they claim to belong. I belong to so and so. Some people here in Vrindavan, they call themselves as Goswamis. We are Goswamis. No. We are different. Our thinking is different. No, what do you think about me? I belong to Goswami family. Okay, so what? What are you doing? How far you are surrendered to Krishna? No, that you don't ask. I belong to Goswami families. What do you think? No, we are different. You see, whatever we do is the law. No. Krishna says no. That is of no use. So, here Prabhupada many times quote a very nice story which we all heard about it, but still it is very useful to remember, recollect, and again make our conscience pure by listening to the great stories told by Prabhupada. Narad Muni, once while going to various places, he finds a very good Brahmana performing all austerities, and without the Agnihotra, without performing sacrifice to the Agni, he doesn't even take any prasadam, no lunch, no this thing, no food, without doing that. So Narad Muni approaches him, and Brahmana pays obeisances and asks Narad Muni, please tell me where you are going. He says, I am going to Vaikuntha Loka. On the way I came here to see you. He says, oh, if you are going to Vaikuntha and if you are meeting Vishnu Bhagavan or Narayan, you kindly ask him when I will be going back to his abode. Anyhow, I am performing all this, I have no doubt about it, but still just you kindly inquire. Narad Muni says, yes, I will definitely inquire. Then he was moving and he hears the sweet chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra under a tree. One cobbler stitching the shoes and singing Hare Krishna, takes the shoe here. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, all sorts of things. Taking the shoe, stitching it, polishing, doing all that, cleaning. All the time he was chanting. Then Narad Muni comes down and he gives darshan to this cobbler, and cobbler also puts the same question, Narad Muni, kindly tell me where you are going. Narad Muni tells, I am going to Vaikuntha. I will meet Vishnu Bhagavan. Then immediately cobbler said, please Narad Muni, I am I am such a low class person. I have no history any time performing any sort of austerity or pious deeds. But still, kindly inquire from Vishnu Bhagavan when I will be going back to Vaikuntha. Then Narad Muni says, no problem, I will ask you and tell you. So he goes to Vaikuntha and explain, after taking the darshan and making the prayers to Vishnu Bhagavan, he says, Narad Muni says, you see, I met these two people and they want to know when they will come back to you, come back to Vaikuntha. Then Vishnu Bhagavan tells, you see, the person, this Brahmana, will take very, very, very long time. And the cobbler which you have seen, he will come in this life itself. Narad Muni was surprised. I found Vishnu Bhagavan, hey Bhagavan, I found this Brahmana was doing a lot of austerities, and I don't find anybody in that whole area doing so much of austerities. Can you tell me why this type of treatment for him? Okay. When he sees you, he will ask you one question. What I was doing when you met? Tell him that I was trying to push an elephant through the through the hole of the needle. Elephant is being pushed by me through the hole of the needle. That's what I am doing. You tell him. And when you get the answer, you will understand why I have told this. So Narad Muni pays obeisances and comes down and meets the Brahmana. Brahmana again pays obeisances. Oh, Narad Muni, you have come back. So can you kindly tell me when I will be going back to Vaikuntha? Narad Muni says, I will tell you. Yeah. But you tell me what Vishnu Bhagavan was doing. Have you gone there and met him? If you have met him, what he was doing, you would kindly tell me. Then Narad Muni replies, you see, I have seen Bhagavan trying to push an elephant through the needle, to the hole of the needle. Through the hole of a needle, elephant is being pushed. Narad Muni, you should know to whom you are talking. I am known as the great Pandita here, a very great scholar. You are thinking me as if I am a foolish person. A needle, a hole of the needle, and somebody tries to push. Bhagavan is trying to push an elephant, such a big elephant. Do you think I am a fool? Have you gone to Vaikuntha at all? He gets angry. And Narad Muni says, Bhagavan has said it takes very long time for you. I think you have never gone to Vaikuntha and you are simply telling. Get lost from here. I mean, almost like that. So Narad Muni understands, yes, this fellow's faith is not so strong. Then he goes to the cobbler, and cobbler welcomes Narad Muni, and again he asks the same question. Narad Muni, kindly tell me what Bhagavan was doing. No, are you not interested to know when you are going back to Godhead, when you are going back to Vaikuntha? Oh, no, that's okay. But you kindly tell me what Bhagavan was doing when you met him. Can you kindly explain me? Then he says the same thing. I saw Bhagavan was trying to push an elephant through the hole of the needle. Then this man, cobbler, feels so happy. My God, my Supreme Lord is so great. He will do so many wonders every day. And today you have told me a new wonder, that he is trying to push an elephant through the hole of the needle. This is a very great wonder which I have never heard. I have heard, you see, this big tree had come from such a small seed, and he had given the capacity for this small seed to become such a big tree. What wonderful things he cannot do. He can do anything. He is such a great person. Then Narad Muni sees his deep faith in the God, in Vishnu Bhagavan, Narayana, and he tells him, okay, you want to know when you want to go back? Ah, yes, kindly tell me. You see how many leaves are there in this tree? After all these number of leaves, after so many lives, you will be going back to Vaikuntha. Tell me. This fellow starts jumping. Oh, the Supreme Lord has shown mercy on me. There are so many are there. Narad Muni, they are not so many. They are countable. It is not that innumerable like the stars which God has created. This has got only limited. And maybe a few thousands or a few lakhs of leaves. After that I will be going back. Definitely I will be going back. And you have brought that news from the mouth of the Supreme. What else I want? I am going back to the Godhead. Oh, so happy. He was jumping. Then Narad Muni says, no, I just wanted to test you. Bhagavan has said, this life itself you are going back. Then he had no bond. Full of joy. Now, if we analyze this short story, we can see that the class to which a person claims to belong, I am the Brahmana, I am so and so, my title is Dvivedi, Chaturvedi, Trivedi. That means my forefathers, somebody was reading all the 4 Vedas. Chaturvedi, Trivedi, 3 Vedas somebody was studying, and this man is Trivedi, 3 Vedas he can read, 3 Vedas he can understand. So his family members were called Trivedi, and it goes on. Whatever be the reason, it is still going on. But simply by claiming that I belong to this particular sect, I am something different, I am higher. This feeling is wrong. That's what Prabhupada is clearly mentioning here. Just by claiming that I belong to a particular caste or creed, it is not going to give any sort of benefit. There is no benefit unless he surrenders to Krishna. Unless he surrenders to Krishna and carries out the activities with devotion. So, this surrendering to Krishna makes all the difference. Whether a person belongs to a very low class or a person who thinks he is at a high class, he doesn't surrender, he gets no benefit. Whereas the lowest of the lowest, the Chandalas, who are the dog eaters, once he surrenders to Krishna and he performs the activities, so he definitely gets the whole benefit of the life of human being going back to Godhead. The whole purpose of the life of a human is to make all the efforts to go back to Godhead. We have come to this earth which is Dukhalayam, which is full of miseries, and Ashashvatam, which is just temporary, and having attachment to that temporary and miserable life is really what we should call, is really foolishness. Because one life after the life, we are going to stay here, and we are going to, every time we are going to suffer again and again and again and again. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani granhati naroparani. Just like the garment, just like the cloth which is torn, we change it with a new one. Similarly, the Atma, the soul, once the body is torn out, once the body has become useless, old and useless, then it leaves the body and takes another body. It takes another body and another body. The cycle is on. The cycle is going on for the past millions and millions of times. This is what we have to tell our mind. We have to educate, strongly make our mind clear that this life as human being is meant for doing the devotional service on to Krishna, surrendering to Krishna and performing the activities so that we go back to Godhead. We don't remain here if we are performing all the activities and we go back to Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka Vrindavan and enjoy without any stoppage, constant enjoyment, full enjoyment, because we are in connection with Krishna. Only Krishna can give the happiness. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the one who is full of bliss, happiness. And if anybody wants happiness, we have to get in contact with Krishna only. It is just like if you want to get the electricity power, you have to get in contact with the power source. Switch on the light or switch on the power, insert the socket, get the power. Similarly, if you want happiness, get connected to Krishna. Simple. If you want happiness always, always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. That's what Prabhupada repeatedly says. If you always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, your life will be successful. And for understanding how to surrender and the greatness of benefit which we are going to get is through the association of the devotees. Prabhupada has mentioned here, by the association of a pure devotee, a person will change himself and then he gets the total knowledge to go back to Godhead. So here Prabhupada has mentioned the association of the devotee, pure devotee. Yeah, that all devotional service should be offered. Oh, 1 minute. I have seen. So it is stated that even the lowest of lowest, who are called Chandalas, can be purified by the association of a pure devotee. A person who had committed the biggest sin can also be purified by the association of the pure devotee. In this context, I remember another short story where Narad Muni tried to educate a very sinful king. Narad Muni goes and tells the sinful king that, you see, this life is meant for carrying out devotional activities. That king, he was drinking the wine and he doesn't care for Narad Muni's this thing, and he starts abusing Narad Muni, and then he throws the glass of the wine which he was taking at Narad Muni. Narad Muni escapes and he tells, you see, when you get opportunity to ask a question to Yama Dharmaraj after your death, ask one question: what is the value of associating a pure devotee? This man looks at him, oh, okay, I'll ask. He was so arrogant and he had committed all sorts of sins. Then naturally Yamadutas drag him to Yamadharmaraj. Yamadharmaraja looks at his history. Oh, you have done so many sins, so many sins, so many sins. I take pity. Just like the teacher who is correcting 200 questions of a student, all 200 questions are wrong. Arey, this is wrong. This is such a simple thing. Such a simple question also wrong. The teacher takes pity on the student. Arey, why is like that, my dear child? You see, why you have done everything wrong? Similarly, Yamadharmaraja feels so pity on this man. Why you have done everything so bad, such a sinful life you have led. Now you have to be in the hell for eternally, for such a long time. Why have you done? Even once Narad Muni was trying to tell you something and you see, on this day at this time you have thrown your wine glass at Narad Muni. Immediately this fellow remembers what Narad Muni told him. This fellow says, Yamadharmaraja, I have one question to ask you. Yes, I agree, I have done all the sinful actions. Yamadharmaraja, yes, tell me what question you have. Can you kindly tell me the value of association of a pure devotee? A moment of association of a pure devotee. What is the value, Yamadharmaraja? Yamadharmaraja says, I have seen all sorts of sinful fellows, but nobody has asked me. I don't know. I really don't know. So, I will ask Shivaji. So, then this fellow is asking question, let this fellow be clarified directly from Shivaji. So, he takes, you also come along with me. Okay, that fellow, he drags that soul, Atma, along with him to Shivaji, and Shivaji looks at Yamadharmaraja and he says, yes, for what purpose you have come here? Then, you see, this man, this soul, he is asking what is the use, what is the value of a momentary association of the pure devotee. I really don't know the value, so I have come to ask you and give clarification to this fellow. Shivaji looks at him, smiles, really, I also don't know. I also don't know. Then he takes him to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji also tells him, no. Then he was thinking, what should I do now? Okay, I will go to Vishnu Bhagavan. Anyhow, if I tell the same answer, again this fellow may ask some questions, I will take him also. So he takes him to Vaikuntha and goes there and tells, hey Bhagavan, this man, he has committed so many sins. Very big list is there. All sins only. Not even a single good thing he has committed. But he is asking Bhagavan, what is the value of a momentary association of a pure devotee? Vishnu Bhagavan says, you see, where you have brought him, he has entered Vaikuntha. That means what? Have you understood? Come here. So that man had gone. Go to Vaikuntha. That's all. Now you stay here. Have you understood? Yamadharmaraja looks at you. Oh my God, this is the value. Yes. So a momentary association of a pure devotee can get him the highest benefit of going back to Godhead. Here, Sanatana Goswami, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, gave him lot of instructions, in that one of the story Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained was of that Mrugari, which we know, but still again we should remember the value of the association of pure devotee. Sanatana Goswami meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after leaving the jail, and with great difficulty he goes and meets Chaitanya, where he meets actually? In Varanasi. Varanasi or Prayaga? Where? Prayaga? Varanasi. Yes. So when he meets, he was actually standing at the outside the door of Chandrasekhar Acharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Chandrasekhar Acharya's place and discussing about Krishna and telling about the pastimes of Krishna. And Mahaprabhu tells, there is one Vaishnava waiting at the gate, just go and bring him. Chandrasekhar Acharya goes out and looks everywhere and he doesn't find anybody, and looks at some fakir, Muslim Baba, Muslim Baba. Sanatana Goswami was actually having that dress only, and comes back and, Mahaprabhu, I have not found any Vaishnava, and but I found one Muslim fakir, mendicant, at your door. He said, yes, bring him. Then he comes inside, everyone was surprised, and he says, oh, you have come, so nice. Then he says, don't touch me, I am such a lowest person. I had almost become a Muslim and serving the Muslim leaders, so I have no place to get your mercy. Then he said, no. Then he gets all the clothes of Tapan Mishras, old clothes, and he makes him, shaves all the head and the body, and then he looks like a Vaishnava. But he was having a very, very costly blanket, which his brother-in-law gave on the way when he was coming. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at him, you are looking so nice. Looks at the costly blanket which he was wearing. Everything is all old clothes and everything, but this blanket very, very expensive. Sanatana Goswami could understand the mind of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and at the Ganges, when he was taking the bath, he sees one dhobi washing very old blanket which has got a lot of holes in it, and he goes to him and gets the blanket exchanged and takes the old blanket with lot of holes in it, torn old blanket. Then he comes back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with that blanket. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu feels quite happy. Then he gives so many instructions, and in chapter 24 of Madhya Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains the story of Mrugari. While explaining 61 different meanings for Atma Rama, in between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains the story of Mrugari. How the association of a pure devotee changes. The Mrugari was a hunter, Mruga Ari. Ari is the enemy of animals. He is called enemy of animals. He doesn't kill the animal, he just cuts off the throat, only half. When the animal was suffering, this fellow gets great happiness. Then Narad was passing through, and he looks at this pitiable condition of the animals and goes to that person and tells, what do you gain by this? You should cut totally. Why are you cutting half and you are standing there watching them? No, this is the way my father taught me to cut. This is the way I am enjoying my life. I enjoy when they are suffering. He said, if you are making them to suffer so much, the same suffering will come back to you. So you should stop these activities. Then one by one he gets the education and he feels, yes, Narad Muni, I have been doing sinful activities, kindly tell me what I should do now. Then he says, first you break your bow and arrow. Then Mrugari says, if I break my bow and arrow, how I am going to earn my livelihood? I have my family. How I am going to get my food? He said, you don't worry, I will supply the food. So Mrugari changes himself totally, makes a small cottage at the outskirts of the village, and he starts living there. All villagers come to know that this fellow called Mrugari, who was killing the animals and getting the pleasure by half killing them and selling those animals and all that, he was leading such a bad, sinful life. He had changed and he is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra there. One by one started coming and saying, oh, this fellow, oh, this man has become saint. And everyone comes, brings some of the things and offers to him, gives to him, and he gets so much every day. One day, Narad Muni with his friend, another Muni, Parvat Muni, they come to see what he is doing. So, Narad Muni appears along with Parvat Muni to Mrugari. Mrugari immediately pays obeisance and he was walking, clearing all the ants and all whatever is seen on the path going to Narad Muni, and he takes Narad Muni's darshan and pays obeisances. By seeing this, Narad Muni feels extremely happy. You see, you were doing such sinful activity, now you have changed, I am very happy. So, Prabhupada quotes this story and many places also. Here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains to Sanatana Goswami this story in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela and gives the importance that by the association of the pure devotee, any sinful person can change and he can go back to Godhead by doing the devotional service. So, we should understand that the high level, low born, low class, high class, these are of no relevance when it comes to Krishna. When it comes to taking shelter of Krishna, anybody can take shelter and take the benefit. This life is meant for going back to Godhead and performing devotional service there, not for suffering here on this earth planet. So, the first step is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only by chanting the purification will start, and we are sure to reach the destination if we take the total shelter of Krishna and perform our activities. I thought I should tell whatever possible in this short time, and we have some time for questions, and we discuss your comments, questions, and yes, Prabhu. No questions? Comments? Yeah, you can take out your mask and tell. Yes, Prabhu? You wanted to ask some question? Okay. If you don't have any questions, I stop here. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahapuranam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.